嗨，大家好，给我们又再一次见面，给欢迎大家能够来参加我们的 TSCC Live。今天我们有 Joshua Family 在我们当中，跟我们分享这个跨国的一个家庭当中里面的感受。我们的新加坡有570万人，在当中里面我们有37%的人呢，也是不同的国家来到这个新加坡，所以我们从一个单一个华人教会，华人的一个国家，慢慢演变成多种种族、多种国家的一个大都会。然后在这样的不同的文化的过程当中，我们要怎么样去适应？我们教会有差不多将近25%的人都是跨国的。那今天我们就有 Joshua 在我们当中给我们来分享，所以我们一起的能够来聆听。OK， 在当中里面你们有一些问题，你们都可以打在 chat 当中，我们也可以在现场里面来解答。Hello, Joshua and Miawa, thank you for attending this particular live show. Okay, I think a lot of people may not be really knowing your background and so on and so forth. Okay, I know that you are transitional families on it. Okay, perhaps you can take some time, to introduce yourself, your background of it, and how do you get to know each other.
All right, great. Hi everyone. Hi, I'm Joshua here. I'm 41 this year. I grew up in a Christian family, actually an extended, huge Christian family. Yeah. So because of my background, I grew up in a family, a very loving family that actually allows me to be very open about my life, about sharing and all these things. So I'm a very open person. That is who I am. And I always call it that I'm the kind of person that I wear my heart on my sleeve. So I'm very emotional person. And I think that sharing and be honest about my feelings, is very normal. Yeah, so this is who I am, and I work in the creative industry. Yeah.
Thank you. Right.
Thank
How about
you.
Myung-hwa?
Hi, 안녕하세요. My name is Kim Myung-hwa. People around me call Kelsey as well. So you can call me Kelsey.
Kelsey, right.
If my
Sure.
name is not easy to pronounce. Yeah. I'm from South Korea. Of course, I born in and raised in South Korea as well. I grew up in a very small family with just my mom and myself. Myself, as my father passed away when I was 4 years old, by car accident. And also, I'm an only child. So I grew up very small family. I can describe myself as, should I say, a private person. Although I love to hang out with my friends and having coffee, watching the shows, but also alone time is very important to me. I noticed that after I marry, then my alone time getting lesser and lesser. And after I having 2 children, then my alone time almost zero. Then I realized that alone time is very precious for me. Whatever I do, like by reading or eating, drinking coffee, alone time is very important. And also, I can also describe myself as a detailed person, which is he's also detailed, but but taking notes is very important to me. Yeah, has been my daily habit, which is opposite from him. So I think I prefer to be well prepared, so that I face the situation that I already plan out. Then it will be very smooth. But the situation I face not expected, then maybe I feel frustrated. Yeah, this is my weakness, also strength.
I see.
Yeah.
Not that I know of, okay, that Joshua is the detailed person.
Yeah, he is. He is. When it comes to his own industry, own work,
Most
he's
probably-
very detailed. Yeah.
Most probably he's a more prepared person.
Yeah, he is. But not very good at note taking. So
correct.
I actually,
Very interesting. Okay, you got today we had someone from extended, which have a huge family, and someone that is only an only child in a family. All right, so that situations. Okay, there are two different backgrounds of it. Okay, and they do have a little bit different kind of character as well. All right, so they grow up differently. All right, so they got Singapore culture. Okay, they got Korean culture. All right, so today I never see Joshua wear shorts, okay, as usual, as Singaporean. Probably you should wear your what? Hanbok.
yes, it's a hanbok.
Hanbok, right, okay, all right. But how probably you can share with us, okay, how do you all exactly adapt to each other where they are so extreme, all right? Particular Korean got so many different culture, okay, that is very different from Singapore, all right? How do you all get adapt to each other, and how do you all kind of balance, okay, that kind of lifestyle?
Okay, thank you, Yang King, for asking. It's a very good question. Yeah, especially I still remember the days that when we went through the marriage counseling, you are the one that guide us along, and we learned a lot from you actually during that time. And we all know that just two person, very different character comes together is already tough enough. We still add on one more layer of cultural difference. We have a lot of challenge, struggle during the first 1 year. And we even consider breaking off because of our differences, to be honest. Yeah, it was quite tough during the early days. And like just now, I'm a very open person. He's a very private person. So the early days, we clashes a lot. And she feels that, why am I always so open and sharing our family thing to outside people? That makes her feel very uncomfortable. And to me, it's okay to share. So this is one thing that we clashes. And also not just that, okay, as a Singaporean, we are a little bit more laid back, like you say, okay, more chill. But for Koreans, because of the society that they grow up with, I feel that they are very uptight. And then, okay, but of course that's also their strength, because whatever they do, they'll make sure that they push themselves sometimes even over the limit to make sure that they achieve what they want to achieve. Yeah, very, very competitive. But to me, sometimes I felt it's way too stressful for me. So for this, when we have different sets of expectations of life or standard, okay, we end up having a lot of the conflict during the early days. So that's what I feel for Koreans. They are very strong, a very passionate group of people.
Yeah, I agree with Joshua. Koreans are very competitive. Just should I say, they just do their own best to achieve the dream or whatever. For me also, I used to stereotype those South Asian people, including Singaporeans and Joshua also, are very relaxed, and also very casual. I also think this way, but when the time goes by, I realized that Joshua is not so also relaxed, and also he can be sometimes so uptight instead. So different situation made him, different situation shows his different attitude. So for example, Bin Bin, our first child, when he was a baby, infant, he had a very high fever, so high fever. For me, fever. So I was very kanchong that time. Then I want him to prepare the bag to rush to A&E. To see doctor. But at that moment, what he replied me that, darling, why don't we just wait a while? We just monitor him first. We just give him painkiller, and then we just monitor him. And then if it doesn't go down, then we just go. Yeah, this shows how he can be like, I shouldn't say relaxed, but how he can be very flexible and calm. And on the other side, it shows that he is very, also can be very careful and also uptight when it comes to safety. So I'm not very good at my surrounding. I just cross the road just without any like, where is a car? I don't have this kind of habit. So for him, he cannot understand me. My part of this, how should I say, not careful. Yeah, this kind of character. So he's very careful on this when it comes to danger. So stop. Just watch the surrounding first and cross the road.
Sure.
Yeah, sometimes I couldn't understand. God already protect me until now, so I'm here. What is the things that you worry about? I always complain to him, but I really agree with him as well. So generally he's very open-minded and very flexible person. So he always be there for me to listen to. So for me, it was not that very hard to adapt to him.
I see.
In this family.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, you can see very interestingly that different culture. All right, we probably see that Korean is a little bit more uptight. Okay, but then at certain time, it comes to safety thing, you may not be that uptight. All right, or probably you come to hospital. Okay, you probably very kanchong, as what you say, right? Okay, right. The Singaporean will say, hey, let's do ourselves. Right, so different the different culture. All right, sometimes we probably misunderstood. Okay, that certain people stereotype. Okay, that is like that, but actually depend on situations. Okay, different culture actually do have that human nature. All right, of responding as long as we come to some communications. Okay, and things probably will have a better understanding on it and manner. All right. Okay, so probably the next question we probably want to enter in is to, as you move on, okay, so we know Joshua and Cassie a little bit of it, okay, from how they come together and eventually now they got 2 children, all right, 1 boy and 1 girl, all right. So as they embark on the families, okay, all right, there is another level, all right, another level of a challenge, all right, the family values, okay, the priorities, okay, all right, the adjustments, okay, on it that can. So the family management, okay, right, we'd be very interested to know, okay, right, as you embark on your family life, okay, how do you actually, all right, adapt, all right, or how do you actually adjust or take advantage of a different country's premium of each of their characters or their culture aspects of it.
Yep. Okay. Due to our background in differences, right, okay, we have to spend a lot of energy on communication because Myung-Hwa, due to her lack of vocab for English, right, okay, we have to make sure that we put in extra effort in communication to make sure that we really understand what each other means. So that is
Google Translate.
Oh yeah, almost there. yeah. So it's not easy, but with that, right, with the extra effort in putting communications, right, we realize that this also became our strength, both our weakness and our strength. Our strength in the sense that, right, we end up developing this habit, right, as a couple. Always end of the day, we always dedicate between 1 to 2 hours of our time, right, okay, just to communicate with each other, to talk about our days, the challenges that we feel, and all those things. And we brought this even to our children. Okay, end of the day, before they sleep, we ask them to do the reflections about how their day has come about, anything that make them upset, unhappy, and all these things. So for us, it's right, okay, we try not to sweep things under the carpet. anything that we feel uncomfortable with each other, we'll talk it out.
I see.
Yeah, we'll make sure that we talk it out. Although at times that late at night already, we talk it out and we cannot close that topic. So we end up being angry at each other, going to bed. Yeah.
But the butcher face.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, let's not talk about it already. We just go to sleep. But we will always want to visit it. Okay. Yeah, we always want to visit it. Yeah. So communications to us is very important. So that is the first thing that we also teach our kids. And secondly is is regarding empathy. Both of us, we are very emotional people. Yeah, also both weakness and a strength. Weakness is sometimes we can get very driven by our emotions and make some wrong mistakes while we are very emotional. But the strength is also because we are very emotional people, right? We have a very high level of empathy for people around us. Yeah, and that is also what we teach kids. Talking about empathy, right? One of our family favorite Bible verse, right, is in John chapter 11, verse 35. Very simple, is Jesus cried. 2 words. 背京剧很容易的，耶稣哭了，4个字就好了。Very simple, but yet it is something that we hold very dearly. Such a short verse, but so profound. Okay, so profound because if you think about it, right? Okay, Jesus that time he already knew that he's going to raise Lazarus from the dead. Okay, we're going to resurrect Lazarus already. 他会让拉撒路死里复活。And yet when he went there, right? Okay, isn't it counter logic that he already know the ending, but yet when he saw Martha and Maria, what did he do? He actually cried. He actually cried with them. Okay, he could have used all the Bible verses, okay, to comfort them, but he didn't. He chose to cry and he feel for them. So this high level of empathy will give us a lot of encouragement, especially when we talk to our kids, right? 同理心. So we will always make the effort of, if we try to talk to our children, I will try to squat down and look at them eye to eye. Instead of, I'm an adult, 我比你高，我比你有经验, I talk down to you. Yeah, we try not to do that. We try to kneel down and we try to talk to them eye to eye and feel for them. Yeah, instead of telling them of our experience. So these are the two things that for us we hold very dearly to our family: communication and empathy. Yep.
So I guess 1.8 meter like you to squat down to less than a meter is not going to be that easy. Huh?
Yes, good thing is my knee is still okay. Thank God. Give thanks to the Lord.
Interestingly, okay, the points okay for us to pick up from here is that when it comes to a cultural or things that is different, right, we need that communications. Communication is very important. Sometimes you got to take longer time, all right, to give people space, all right, to understand on that in a way. And another one is called encouragement. Encouragement is also their family practice on it, right? So coming to the point, okay, that they will encourage, okay, their children to understand the adult is not going to be superior in a sense, in a way, right? Every single thing the adult is going to be correct, right? They got to talk at the same level, right? So lead by example, okay, to let the families knowing, okay, at the end of the day, all right, we can talk eye in eye. Right. Interesting. Okay, interesting on that. All right. So these two little family management tips on it. Okay, but hopefully you can capture it. All right, with that 沟通。All right， 家庭的沟通很重要，家庭的鼓励、同理心。Right， 同理心很重要在里面。Right， 所以能够到一个地步，可以双方面都明白的时候，OK， 无论是什么文化或者是种族，OK， 都能够进入。Right。一个美好的一个状况在里面。Thank you very much. Okay.
Thank you, Yang Kim.
Yeah. So before we end, okay, I will give you one type more questions. Okay. All right, Cassie. All right. So okay, one handsome boy over here, right? When you first come to Singapore, right, how do you get nabbed with this particular gentleman here and feel that wanted to spend the whole life with him?
How did I get to know him?
Yeah, you're Korean, right?
Tractor. I saw for the first time I saw him. It was in the car, because he was driving and I was with his cousin. We are scheduled to play tennis together. Then when I saw for the first time, he was wearing the hat And the glass, wow, so handsome. Because I cannot see his face.
Oh, cannot see his face.
Yeah. But after
That's why handsome.
But beside that, after a while, I realized that I can talk to him. Although my language limitation, but I can still can talk until by midnight, right? Yeah. We after a tennis session, then we had a supper together, but really we could talk. So good communication, right? So we also talk about as a Christian, I really noticed that I really realized, this person, someone that I can share my, my past, my life in Korea, and also I can live together with him for the rest of my life. It was just the first day, but really we could talk. I really thank God that God sent me him into my life.
Great.
Yeah. It was the first day. I think I fell in love with him. I'm the one that, right? I'm the one, the first person. Yeah.
Right, interesting, right? Okay, all right. Get into this. How do you get into first sights, okay, and loving each other, okay? And we know that this family, all right, grown up as a Christians, okay. So today you pick up a lot more tips from them by having adaptations, having managements on it, okay. So next week, okay, what are they going to share with us, okay, will be how are they going to do parenting, okay, about different cultures, right, different countries, okay, during pandemic times, all right, how are they going to respond to it, okay. More importantly, right, we got 37% of the people that are transnational families. As a Christian families, how do you brought up all these things during the difficult situation, and how do you pull through, and how do you educate, okay? And that will be the excitement next week, okay, that we're going to share with you. Right, thank you very much, okay, 谢谢大家今天的观看，
谢谢大家，
我们也谢谢 Joshua family 在我们当中
Thank you.
，right, okay, stay tuned, okay, next week 1:30 we'll see each other, right, bye.